Yeah, Grand Prix race as well. No problems for either of these guys. Chizzy's number 5 in the world right now. Gurney's hit 3 180s now in this game. You're out 118 Dave Chisnall, you can have a chance.
139, area 124.
He's gone 14 and bull. And he takes it out. Bullseye finish for a 15 darter and a hold of throw for Super Chin. Daryl Gurney just faltering a little here. Dave Chisnall as sure-footed as he's been all weekend. Look at him go.
136.
Should be 8 for tops. Just taking a pause before he throws at double. It seems to be working nicely for him.
96, though, 152.
Dave Chisnall finds himself on a more favourable finish. Gurney might need to take 152 to stay in it. He's given himself a great chance. A great chance. Daryl Gurney is not lying down. Always you associate more with some kennels. But we can labour the point all we want. An angry Daryl Gurney is a brilliant darts player, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, the bark from Gurney. Neck and neck. Now then, Daryl Gurney, you've got the bark, but have you got the bite to back it up to the 11 segment? Double 14 for a level game. Oh, Daryl Gurney. And it's the same equation facing Dave Chisnall.
121.
Is it going to be a different outcome? Chisnall also wants the 11th segment, but he leaves the bullseye. And Dave Chisnall has missed that match dart.
Go, you require 28. Thank you.
Force a last leg decider. Superb stuff this from Daryl Gurney. What a fight back. 3 legs on the spin, all completed in 5 visits. Yes, he's had to survive a match dart, but it's only 1.
Can't leave a finish even with a max.
140.
Could be a huge win this for Gurney. Not just because he's beating the #1 seed, the defending champion.
60.
Trebleless though, when he didn't want it to be.
Can Chizzy leave? Leave something better than Gurney's left. A lot better, in fact. Brilliant stuff from Dave Chisnall. Now, Daryl Gurney's already taken out a 152 and a 124, but this is even harder. Treble 19. Could he really win it like this? Yes, he can! It's astonishing! Daryl Gurney knocks defending champion Dave Chisnall out in Budapest with a stunning fight back. At the start of the year, there was a mad point earlier on this year, towards the back end of the Premier League, as Ryan Searle continues to produce a sparkling opening leg, leaves 41 after 9. But Peter Wright, if he averaged over a ton, and yeah, he wasn't playing well, but there were some really good games from him, he was more likely to... He had a lower win rate when he was averaging over a ton than under it. Made no sense. But that is a blinder of an opening leg from Ryan Searle. 1-0, breaker throw, heavy metal with an 11 darter. Said yesterday, 6-1 win over Alberto Bejan, the Hungarian qualifier. Described that as a mentally hard game.
Everything's so different, isn't it? Peter Wright, the angle of entry with his dart earlier this year.
You require 82.
It was a mess.
It's
another dart missed at double.
134.
It's another look, an outside shot for Ryan Searle.
94. Peter require 40.
For the first hole to throw in this match. Oh, now, how's he going to get that in? Is he going for the top right corner?
20.
I'm not quite sure if he's just trying to thread it between those two. It was getting harder and harder. Ryan Searle, that looks a good guide. Yeah, makes use of it.
He's changing his approach. He's having a different attitude when it comes to travelling this year. And Matt said, watch out for him as a result,
60.
because that felt like the missing ingredient, maybe that enjoyment element, if you like. It was a bit of a chore
60.
for Ryan Searle.
Well, he's turned up and played in all of them, and if he wins this game, it's 7 quarterfinals out of 11 events. Good return. Ryan Searle will return in this leg to try and increase his lead further.
116.
Single 16. His favourite double top. 4-1 Ryan Searle. 3 legs on the spin for heavy metal. Searle and Gurney with a huge opportunity to reach a semi-final, a rare semi-final on the European Tour for either of them. But Searle has to get over the line in this one. That's not enough to leave a finish. 2 visits from here for Ryan Searle. They only need the 1. Get the second treble he required. But gets one with the last dart. Double 10 for Ryan Searle when he returns. His biggest margin of victory ever against Peter Wright. And yet another quarter-final on the European Tour.
Ryan, you require 20.
And he gets it done with his first match start. 4 legs, 1 on tops. Again here in the last 16. Every leg, of course, in the last round was 1 on that double. But it was such a convincing performance from Ryan.
But Williams still going strong with the yellow theme. As promised us, those trousers will be tapered, so if you do like seeing Scott Williams in tight trousers, your time will come again soon.
I'm not convinced they were trousers last time. I think they were spray paint.
67. $95. Wesley requires 72.
Vessel the first to get a poke at the 72. It's just going to be 1 dart at double 18, and 1 dart is all he needs.
$95.
Vessel is going to be in European Tour action next week in Basel. He's qualified for that one, so another opportunity to further his course for a Grand Slam spot. Grand Prix spot. Keep getting those two mixed up.
Yeah, not going to be at the Czech Darts Open, though. He fires in a 3rd maximum. Lost out to Dom Taylor. Qualification for that.
91.
Look at this again. A potential 13 dart break. And that is exactly what it is from Vessel Nyman. Yeah, I've also got a perfect finishing record this weekend. Might be 0 from 0, but I've not missed any. And Wessel Nyman is rarely missing that treble 20 bed. Look at this.
58. Wesley requires 45.
Well, that's just a 2nd dart double he's missed in this match.
37.
Vessel so far in front that Scott Williams wasn't on a finish.
Wesley require 8.
Double four then. Another sensational performance from this frighteningly talented young Dutchman. And against a player who's usually as efficient as Danny Noppert, you're not going to get away with that.
Don't think so, do you?
$57. $134.
Van Veen first to a finish. Noppert just outside finishing range, but he won't be after this visit. Might be on a double. He is. Great set-up shot from Danny Noppert.
167.
Daryl Gurney beat Dave Chisnall with a 167. And Van Veen is not going to follow suit. Brings it down to just a single dart at double. However, Danny Noppert, usually very good on the outer ring. So close.
18.
Not expected, I've got to say.
Van Veen did his work, gave himself a chance.
And
double sevens, he's in take that chance. 2-0 to Van Veen, the 22-year-old. But I think they seem quite well suited to playing each other. They seem to be able to perform well.
108.
I make you right.
3 legs running, Noppie's hit a max.
$140. Then you require 121.
Best leg of the match so far. 12 darter just a hole. Bullseye will complete the 12 darter. Beautiful stuff from Danny Noppert. He's posing problems for Danny Noppert. They're posing problems for each other.
$97. $81. Danny require 164.
An annoying one, isn't it? 159. Danny Noppert, no reason to take this out in this visit. Doesn't have the option. Does have the option to leave double 12. Just couldn't find another.
$102. And you require 64.
It's down to single to double. It matter. Double top for 3 apiece.
24.
The door is open for Gan Van. Will he walk through it?
2-0 up, was pegged back. Double 10 re-establishes that 2-leg cushion. Gets it, and Gan Van is 2 up and 2 away.
$95. Then you require 170.
Follow that. Gives him the option. He went for it.
45.
He may come to regret it.
$145. Then you require 25.
Was it a wise call to go for the big fish with Gan not on a finish? Yes, it was. Just.
147 left for Gan Van. He beat Danny Noppert when he had his first ever run on the Euro Tour. Sindelfingen last year.
59.
Went to the quarterfinals.
47.
Beat Noppie here and potentially produce his best ever run on the Euro Tour.
131.
He's got every chance after that setup shot. Danny Noppert will be hoping for snookers now.
We've seen Wessel Nijman average 104. One of the bright young talents in the Netherlands. The other standout talent is Gan V, and he might be about to post similar numbers and take out the Dutch number 2. Set up a quarter-final between these two bright young stars of the Netherlands. Double 2. Jan gets it done, Noppy is beaten, and we will have a quarter-final tonight between Wessel Nijman and Jan van Veen.
He didn't really enjoy. I mean, you say they're great friends, completely different in that regard, because Stephen Bunting, the TikTok sensation, he loves that side of it, doesn't he? Probably singing happy birthday to himself 10 weeks in advance.
Yeah, the hotel didn't have an iron, so if you follow Bunting on social media, he went out and bought one.
100.
Good at darts and household chores as well.
$55. Stephen, you require 104.
Florian Hempel supporting his compatriot. Not interested in the camera. Even Bunting's interested in double 16. And Stephen Bunting pins it. First ton plus checkout of the tournament for him. So
You do expect that if he were to come through this, he would not get away with this scoring level against Ross Smith, who just piles in 180s for fun. He didn't like that second dart. He kind of blocked the path through, didn't it, to the treble bed, and that's why he's frustrated.
Ross now for double 10.
30.
It's just not convincing at all, is it, from Shindy? And this could be the first opportunity for either player against the throw to get a dart at double. It's going to be 2 at double 16.
78.
And Bunting cannot punish.
Martin, you require 10.
For a 6th hold of throw. What has been a surprisingly low-key game.
No score.
Schindler lobs that third one away in utter disgust. Stephen Bunting hits double 4. He punishes the 5 missed darts at double in that leg from Martin Schindler.
He's still a warm-up dart.
$140. $100. Stephen, you require 92.
Bunting down to 92. This has been better. Left, right, left, right. Great dart. Back over to the far side.
80.
Miles wide of the target.
Yeah, left, right, no cha-cha slider, no double 4.
$125. Stephen, you require 12. $9. Martin, you require 75.
Well, now it looks like it's going to be Martin Schindler's go to have his first darts against the throw of Stephen Bunting. Can he break straight back? The first part of the equation. And he does manage to do that. Much tidier from Shindy. There it is.
140. Martin, you require 170.
Good setup from Shindy. After a couple of breaks, this looks like it's reverting to tight. Although Stephen Bunting applies the pressure. Now, this is where Martin Schindler has come unstuck. And he's come unstuck again. Oh, what is he doing with that third dart? It's pure frustration, but he has to think better than that.
Well, Stephen Bunting decides to split after that first dart. He's now at 19% checkout success. And as you said, he's only small. There's not much room for that frustration to move around in. Maybe he'll just use that frustration to keep piling in those trebles. That would be nice.
43.
Teasing another 9 darter.
Maybe I was. Maybe I was. But this hasn't been the issue for Martin Schindler. The scoring has been his biggest strength. It's this part that he's struggled with.
Oh my. Double 12. 9-dart crazy in Budapest. Martin Schindler out of absolutely nothing hits the perfect leg. It's another one against Stephen Bunting. And maybe, just maybe, that will revive him in what's been a pretty flat performance.
$65, Martin, you recall 167. $59. Stephen, you recall 116.
Stephen Bunting wants to wrap this up here and now. Can he squeeze that through? Bit too much to ask. Left, right, once again.
Well, he's auditioning for Strictly while he's trying to win this match, Stephen Bunting.
60. Martin, you recall 108.
So, for a second successive 3-figure out, and to take us all the way in this one, Schindler.
76.
And he's not able to do so. So Stephen Bunting,
56.
who yesterday watched as Cord Decker hit a 9 against him, still won the match. He's just seen Martin Schindler hit a 9 against him, and again, he manages to get over the line, the bullet. His scoring deserted him for so much of that match. It was his finishing that got him over the line.
Leave a finish for Gabriel Clemens.
Six.
Looking very relaxed and upbeat during the walk-on was Van Gerwen. Why wouldn't he be? Been a very, very good week for him.
Mike, we require 80.
New darts.
70.
Got some of the old Van Gerwen we've seen this week. A couple of misses there, though, just allows Clemens a chance to break the throw in the opening leg. Staying on the 20s. Double 5. The German giant leads 1-0. That was not the case, which is, I think, had he been aware of that, he may have raised that issue and perhaps not even got on stage and potentially aggravated that injury. Would have been the case if it was a first round game. MVG eyes up 1-2-8, double 4. 12 darter, Michael Van Gerwen, 2 legs in 23 darts.
Not a player you want to wind up, is he?
I mean, ideally you do. I mean, look, Gerwin Price just could not beat him for a long, long while. And he was getting closer and closer, and then he mismatched darts. He managed to get a draw against him in the Premier League. But once he did finally beat him, his record against is about 50-50.
137.
Earned parity with MVG. Gabriel Clemens will hope he does something like that. But at the minute, Michael Van Gerwen is reminding him who 82. MVG is.
Mike, we require 136.
Won't give himself a chance at a double.
80.
Missing the big number is uncharacteristic of Van Gerwen's performance levels this weekend.
That chance has gone immediately. He'll set himself up nicely, but Michael Van Gerwen's hit his last 3 darts at double, and he's going to get a couple of darts to win the leg and make it 4-1 here. Double top. He's found 17 darter, good enough for MVG. 4-1 he leads. Looking like a procession here.
Such a sloppiness in the last few darts.
He did this against Lukeman, didn't he? It was unbelievable at the start of the game. Looked like he was going to break all kinds of records, and then just sort of got kind of bored of winning easily. Took his eye off the ball a bit. Lukeman managed to snaffle another leg, but the result never felt in doubt. You don't feel this one is in doubt. More like it from MVG, a third 180.
Michael, you require 78.
Clemens applies the pressure. Van Gerwen has felt no pressure, particularly on the doubles. Not this time either.
59. Michael, you require
Looking less likely now after a treble-less visit.
Gabriel, you require 136.
Got to be perfect to see this off. Another in there. Leaves double 8. Oh, and he's bust this score. Gabriel Clemens, the wrong side of the wire, busts 136, and Michael Van Gerwen to win it by 6 legs to 2. He's trying to figure out what to do. Well, he decided that 14 and ball was not the route. He thought that Gabriel Clemens was far enough away, which is a bold move for a guy who's just missed the double for 136 by a whisker.
Bold, but ultimately smart.
42. Michael, you require 40.
Double top. Double 10.
Third. Gabriel, you require
It's not
94.
over just yet.
Is it double-double? No, he went for the treble and couldn't get it. So more match darts for Michael Van Gerwen. He was threatening tournament record averages and all sorts earlier. He's not quite that dominant. He smashed his way into the lead and then coasted over the line. It's a 100 average for MVG. We do have the most successful player in Euro Tour history in the final session here in Budapest. We understand that the format is going to be the same, so there's not many places for which to compete, but if Josh Rock continues throwing darts like this,
96.
and if he does keep winning titles, he's gonna at least put himself in the window. So much will be determined in the big TV tournaments. Look. Grand Prix, Slam, European Championship, Players' Championship finals, and of course the World.
Yeah, more so than ever, because there are so many players in that window now.
96.
We've seen it all year. The Players' Championship and Euro Tour events have been spread out.
51.
So many different winners of these tournaments.
This could be a Premier League game next year. Could see an awful lot of this. And at the minute, Josh Rock has got the upper hand against Rob Cross.
95. Josh requires 40.
Grim's 95 off it, but Josh Rock at tops once again. This for the first breaker throw of the match. A little bit of daylight. Pins it, 15 darter. Josh Rock in charge. Well, that's not done him any favours. Cross effectively stolen the darts here. Back at it. 180 number 3. Changes the complexion of this leg significantly.
Yep, the timing of that absolutely perfect. But Rob Cross is back in on that treble 18 segment.
90. Josh with 150. 86. Robbie record 114.
Really sure that makes a huge amount of sense, that last dart. This does, though. Double top to break back.
94.
Just a little shy. And because Josh Rock went for the 12s, didn't get the treble, he might have to use 2 darts to get to a double here. He's going to. Only the 1 dart at tops.
24.
And he could have done with more, couldn't
Robbie
he?
record 20. Game on the 5th leg.
And Rob Cross does
first.
manage to break
Game.
back. He's won both of the legs where he's had darts at double. Starting to close the gap now in the scoring phase. So should, if this continues, carve out more opportunities for himself.
Yeah, hit 4 maximums against Andrew Gilding. Hasn't had one in this game yet. And that is a horrible dart. Evidently deflected away into the 5s. Made his next shot pretty tricky.
100. Robbie record 135.
Starting on the bullseye then. Double 20. For the ball. For a level game. Shots Rob Cross. All Cross's wins against Rock have been on a big stage. Rock's only victory came in a floor event, Players' Championship event last year. Not only the UK Open earlier this year, he beat him in Riesa and Gibraltar and Austria on the Euro Tour. Rock looking to finally get one over on his mate on a big stage the day after his birthday. Happy birthday, Bobby.
Yeah, you'd be thinking, Gilding give me a nicer gift than this.
20 for tops. Looks a nice path through.
58.
Couldn't quite take it.
148.
Not on the 18s, maybe? Yeah, that was the plan. But he's been very hit and miss on that 18 segment when it's usually one of his... Oh, he hasn't got the... Oh, he's not got the flight on. He's not got the flight on the dart. He knocked it off when he picked it up. And everybody else could see what was going to happen. Rob Cross couldn't. Well, he wasn't going to take the 148 anyway. Yesterday, he was praying to go to a last leg decider for 5-2 down against James Wade. Somehow got there, surviving a load of match darts, survived a load more, and snuck through to this stage.
40.
Maybe that visit from Rob Cross offers Josh Rock a way out of this without an 11th leg. Oh, unfortunate deflection, but he will get a look at the 103.
Important last start there from Rob Cross, but to get the job done, it is going to be double 16, and he manages to pin it. A 12-dart break of throw, the best leg of the match from Josh Rock to get the better of his good friend Rob Cross for the very first time on a big stage. 6 legs to 4, and there wasn't the drama that he had to endure yesterday against James Wade.